I cannot be more excited about this episode of Roadkill. At some point between Monday and Friday, I will have the best day at work ever, because this is all about surprising David Freiburger.
Yeah.
Right now, David Freiburger, Michael Wayne Cotton, and Steve Dulcich are road tripping to Roadkill Nights powered by Dodge in Pontiac, Michigan. Why are they doing that? Well, for starters, it's our kick-ass annual event where we have actual street-legal drag racing down the one and only Woodward Avenue. The grounds at the M1 Concourse are taken over for an amazing Roadkill get-together for fans, where we have a car show, Dodge drift rides and thrill rides, Roadkill cars on display, grudge racing on the street, and more. If you've never been, you're missing out. But more importantly, why are the guys road tripping there? Well, it's because it was the best cover story we could think of to keep Freiburger busy long enough so that we could give him the surprise of a lifetime by rebuilding his broken Hemi engine without him knowing.
Cotton is in on the surprise, but we had to leave Dulcich in the dark since they spend so much time together, we couldn't risk a slip-up. Meanwhile, Newbern and I are here in Georgia, and we're also going to road trip to Michigan, but our plan is to surprise Freiburger with none other than the Hemi Grammy. Right now, Freiburger thinks he and I are working on my death metal 68 Charger and that we're road tripping there to meet him and go do some burnouts. But what he doesn't know is we've stole his car from California without telling him, had my Hemi rebuilt out of blasphemy, and we're gonna put my Hemi in his car, show up to Roadkill Nights on Friday, and surprise him. He has no idea we're coming.
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah, I feel good about this. This is an internet-famous 1975 AMC Gremlin. That's right, Freiburger bought this a long time ago, way before Roadkill existed, for $700. It's ugly, it has a ton of character, it came with an inline-six engine, which no longer exists in our Gremlin, and this is one of the most extensive projects we've ever had on Roadkill. We have auto-crossed it, we have flat-towed a Prius with it, we have crashed this car while flat-towing a Prius. But eventually, after lots of procrastinating, we slid a Ford Model A chassis under the Gremlin, which only has a 96-inch wheelbase. Then we stuck a 426 cubic inch Gen 2 Hemi that makes 500 horsepower between the frame rails and proceeded to do epic burnouts. This thing is a machine. It does not road trip very well, though. It overheats a little bit, and the last time we drove it, we made it about 11 miles before the Hemi ate itself.
This is loud, dude. Well, that's something that we're not going to fix at the side of the road, roadkill style, essentially because I'm not willing to blow up my Hemi in order to keep going roadkill style.
We have a long history of having fun with the Grammy, but the truth is, it's sat in storage for the last year broken. And now we're going to put my Hemi in his car.
So this is the first time I've seen the Hemi and the Grammy together. And from what I understand, you said the number 4 rocker arm here came loose.
Essentially, I'm pretty sure this just never got adjusted right. And so as we drove down the road, the push rod popped out and it just got all beat up, which put metal in the motor, which you don't want. That just tears up the bearings and everything else. And yeah, you could change the oil and clean it out as best you can on the side of the road and keep driving, but the bottom line is it's a Hemi and they're really expensive and hard to get parts for right now.
Yeah.
Which is why Freiburger and I didn't do that on the side of the road. You and I are not going to rebuild this right now because, let's be honest, it's a cast iron headed Hemi that makes 500 horsepower. Why do that when we have a 700 horsepower aluminum headed Hemi?
That's a mouthful. Aluminum headed Hemi.
Yeah, we have that.
Wow, I
Let's
said
put
it.
that in there. So I have a long history with this engine. This is originally a 528 cubic inch Mopar Performance crate Hemi. That's right, there was a time in the late 90s, early 2000s where Mopar Performance was selling Gen 2 crate engines. They had a 426, they had a 528, they had a 572. This was a 528. And this is the engine that in Blasphemy ran 11s, 10s, 9s with a supercharger before it split the cylinder wall. We took the cylinder heads off of this engine, put it on a different short block, rebuilt it on a picnic table, and went to Roadkill Nights with Blasphemy, and it was awesome. Then I went to Drag Week with it, and those old cylinder heads dropped a valve in my new short block and destroyed the whole thing. Finally, the motivation to rebuild it became the Hemi Grammy when its Hemi died. And so we went through it, had James Bostic of Yuma, Arizona, rebuild the whole thing with new valve train from Bob Mazzolini Racing, and it's 11-to-1 compression. It should not ever see a supercharger again, which I hope it doesn't because the tunnel ram looks perfect in the Hemi Grammy. So on the outside, everything is virtually the same between the new engine and the old one, except the new engine has aluminum heads, which save a bunch of weight. But inside, a lot of action happening there. So your garden variety Gen 2 426 Hemi has a 4 1/4 inch bore. That's the hole the pistons go in, and a 3 3/4 inch stroke. This engine has a 4 1/2 inch bore and a 4 150 stroke. So more cubic inches, more volume, more of everything that you like that makes horsepower. This is a bad mamma jamma, and we want to thank Steve Brule at West Tech Performance for dynoing and coordinating all of the shenanigans that took place. And we also want to thank James Bostic in Yuma, Arizona for assembling this bad boy. No fire, that's good. What did it make?
707. I think the next time we see Freiburger and his Hemi Grammy, he's in trouble. He's got a couple hundred more horsepower with probably 60 or 80 pounds less weight on the nose.
That's why you can appreciate such a fine automobile, you know? This engine just made over 700 horsepower, 200 more than the 426 Hemi it's going to replace. When we stick this in this car, it's going to be lighter, it's going to be more powerful, it's going to be even sketchier, and we'll do amazing burnouts, and I can't wait to see the look on Freiburger's face. So right now what I'm doing is I'm removing the old dowel pins out of the engine block. We have a unique combo here. We are running a Chevrolet 4L80 transmission behind our Mopar engine, and it required this adapter that we made, and the adapter is a 1/4 inch thick, so these old dowels are not long enough to go through the adapter and into the transmission. You need these to go into the transmission bell housing because these are really what's supposed to take the torque of the engine. I've got to get these out, tap these in, then I can put the adapter in, then I can put the flex plate and the adapter there, and we'll be good to go. Unless, you know, none of this wants to come out, then a half-hour job turns into a 3-hour job. Oh. That's the right one for the right side?
Yeah. I'm not sure what oil filter setup they had on the previous motor. Either these are backwards and got labeled wrong, or there's a different setup maybe in the car. So I'm gonna figure that out right now.
The great thing about filming everything is we could just go to motortrendondemand.com and watch the episode. There's a video record of everything we did. Look at how happy Freiburger was when the car ran. All right, check it out.
That's completely different.
Where is it?
I don't see it.
Oh, damn.
I could probably hack that one in.
Do it for Freiburger, dude. Do your part.
It clears, I can get bolts in it, but this is really, really close to the oil pump here. So I'm gonna take a little more material off right there because I don't want it vibrating and like rubbing on that.
What?
Shock me.
You're holding the ground.
I know.
There we go. It's turning.
So right now, the old dowel pins are stuck in the back of the block. All right, this is the slide hammer. This is all we have in order to get this dowel pin out.
Ow! Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
see? That's one.
All right.
All right, we'll build the next one.
Good thinking.
Thanks, dude.
I told you the other day, like, together, we are one good brain.
Yeah. 100% of the time, we are 50% right.
Yes.
Boom.
Look at that.
See, now we got the extra length we need to put our plate on there. It's coming. Boom.
All right.
God, we're good. We have multiple bolts that are gonna get Loctite on the threads.
So did you grind those bolts on the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the marks.
Yeah, on the car.
We got the transmission all the way up in there and seated against the back of the bell housing, and unfortunately the converter wouldn't slide forward because it's hitting the bolts in the back of the crankshaft, so now we're solving that. Andrew ground a corner off every flex plate bolt, and we think we have our clearance now. We did it.
The danger here is that when we torque these back down, that the heads end up in the right place. so that the ground part is out here on the perimeter. Otherwise, we're gonna have to grind it some more, and pretty soon there's gonna be no head left to tighten on this bolt, so.
So let's pick a torque number that's maybe 10 pounds less than what we need. That way it gives us a buffering room so we can actually twist it further if we have to.
Oh, that's not good.
We got problems.
Maybe it's a one-time use only thing. We'll grind both sides of the header. What are the rules on gift giving? Like, we're giving the guy a motor. Later on, I mean, is it our fault if he can't get it apart? So we're now shuffling bolts side to side, top to bottom, trying to find a place where they'll get close enough where we can torque them and then grind less of the head of the bolt. Ah, wait a minute, what are we doing here, dude? Let's just put new bolts in it and then grind the heads again. Did it work? Yeah. Last piece of the puzzle, our bolts are in, they are torqued. The problem now is the head of the bolt is too thick and it hits our converter. We don't have another set of bolts, so what we're gonna do is once again, grind the head of the bolt on the outside of the diameter of the bolt pattern to keep it from hitting the torque converter. Once we do that, yes, the next person that has to take these apart is gonna have a hell of a time.
So I've just put our mechanical fuel pump back on the new motor. It looks aftermarket. I'm assuming it flows more than stock. Finn, do you think this will flow enough for that extra 200 horsepower?
Sure, why not? Well, the accessories are just about finished on the Hemi. Newburn is installing the fuel pump, and then we'll put the engine in the car.
The hoist has the motor picked up level, but the motor sits in the car at an angle like that, so we're just gonna use a ratchet strap to tilt it so we can get it to slide in the bell housing and down over the engine mounts. I think we're pretty good. Oh, there you go, yeah. All right,
Go ahead and let it down. Now it looks like it wants to go.
ready?
Yep, keep going, keep going. There we go, right there. There we go.
All right, the engine is bolted in. Now it's time to put all the accessories on, the starter, the exhaust, wire it, plumb it, fire it up.
We are humming right along. Bolting the last few parts on this. Newburn's doing the header on that side. We need to put a header on this side, hook up the fuel lines, wire the distributor, put the radiator in, and then this thing will make noise. Do you think their cars are running? Do you think their cars make noise before this car does?
What if their cars don't make it and this one does? I don't know. What do you think they're talking about?
Well, with Cotton, anything's possible, I gotta be honest.
I wish I was like a fly on the wall up there. I just want to see, are they still there? Are they on the road? Like,
Yeah.
are those cars like running?
What are they doing?
So we haven't figured out a route. We just want to be there.
I just want to take small roads. I don't want to take the highway.
Dude, I love that idea.
Yeah. Question is, let's take bets, guys. Are Finnegan and Newburn going to make it with no difficulty in the death metal charger?
Here's what I think. It's a 50-50 shot.
50-50.
Maybe. Maybe not. I think they'll make it.
Oh, you think they will? You're going more with the make
I
it.
think they will make it because they got Newburn. So
Woo!
so I think everything will be perfectly fine.
Did you catch that one, Finny?
I didn't say that.
All right, one of the last things to do is wire the distributor. The one that was in here required the use of an ignition box, and the new one is a ready-to-run distributor. Just run ignition to it, and it's ready to go. The old one that was in here required the use of an ignition box, and normally we would just leave this in here, tap into the wiring, and just go. But we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna pull all this out, clean the wiring up, and I might even put a fuse in here, you know, because I care. It's Freiburger's car, and we're trying to do this right.
Do you think he wants that? How does he feel about ready-to-run distributors? I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, so all of this is not needed anymore.
You're right. Just because he chose to put that ignition box in there and went a lot of trouble to wire it, you should take it out.
I'm putting it back in.
I don't know if that's the right answer.
All right, it's back in.
Okay. The best case scenario for this whole deal is we get there, we show him the car, we hand him the keys, and then go, all right, later, and we walk away before anything can be judged. Here's your car, it runs, it drives. As a team, I think we've decided to leave the crane ignition box in the car as a spare, as a backup, and then hook up these 3 wires to our MSD ready-to-run distributor, and that should make the car run.
You know what's better than one ignition system?
1.5.
Yeah. I ain't got no power. I don't have any power on the alternator.
What'd you do, Newburn? Uh-oh.
The hell you mean, uh-oh?
Nothing lights up here. Power goes right here to that bulkhead connector.
It goes right here where it's not hooked to nothing. It's dangling under the car. It's probably go to the starter.
Ah. That's why it was so easy to install the starter. And the header's on now. Well, darn. 12-volt Dave figured out that I forgot to hook the main battery cable, which is dangling from the frame rail, to the starter, which is where the power gets distributed everywhere. I'll reconnect it, we'll put it back together, then we will make some noise.
There's no power right now because the box is not telling it to send power out here because we, kind of bypassed it. So now we just gotta run one ignition wire from out here to in there, hook it up. This thing should come to life, make noise, and do burnouts.
Which is what Freiburger would have done.
Yes.
Yes. WWDD. What would David do? He'd clean the top of the air cleaner. This is working. So it's raining. I figure we can fire it up in here, but we really can't test drive it because it's got no wipers, nor can we let anyone see it out and about. So pretty much we'll fire it up here, make sure it runs, assume it does good burnouts, and then load it on the ramp truck and go.
He can do the first burnout.
He can do the first burnout. He can do all the burnouts.
Yeah.
That way if it breaks, that's his. Big moment. I believe it is wired, it is plumbed. We no longer need this piece of tape that says do not start or crank because the number 4 rocker arm is loose. Yeah, do it.
Here we go.
I can't tell if you're messing with me right now. Turn the ignition on. There you go.
Ready?
Yep. Doesn't sound like it's got any spark. Well, the ground wire is loose to the coil. Let me tighten that.
This is a big moment.
Try it again. No weird noises, no leaks. We good.
I'm gonna have a beer just for Freiburger.
Now on to the surprise. We need to shoot a decoy video. We'll go to the other shop. We'll shoot a clip with death metal, like, hey, we're getting ready to go on a road trip. And then we go radio silence. So he thinks we've got it. Meanwhile, we load this on the back of the ramp truck because there's no way we're gonna risk driving this there. And we'll cover it in cardboard boxes, a blue tarp or something. That way, when it's going down the highway, no one knows what it is. And then when we get there, we'll uncover it.
Okay.
All right, we're at my other shop because we had to come here for 2 reasons. First off, we're trying to find parts to fix the coilover on the Hemi Grammy, but also we need to play up the fact that Freiburger is believing we're going to Roadkill nights in this car, my 1968 Charger, better known as the Death Metal Charger. So what we're gonna do right now is tell him via social media that this thing is ready to go.
Yeah.
And we're leaving today. Yeah. What up, everybody? It's Finnegan and Newburn. We are filming an episode of Roadkill right now, and we are heading your way to Roadkill Nights in Pontiac, Michigan this Saturday. All your favorite Motor Trend hosts will be there. Death Metal is ready to go. We are hitting the road. If you want more information on how to get tickets, go to motortrend.com. Thanks. I technically didn't lie. I did not say we were driving it.
It was great.
I just said it was ready.
Yeah.
We only have 364 miles to go to Pontiac, Michigan and Roadkill Nights. And who's driving what?
I'll drive the Wreck Runner for a while.
I'll drive this.
I'm feeling good because I've got the faster car.
Speed racer back there ain't racing up with us. Taking his own time. He back there driving his own way, Miss Daisy.
Okay, so these are coilovers off my 1955 Chevy Bel Air, known as Blasphemy. They are shorter. However, if the spring diameter is the same and if the piston's the same, that collar may work on this coilover. More pieces of Blasphemy, bringing the Hemi Grammy back to life.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, let's roll. We are now attempting to take the upper donut from one of my Viking coilovers and fit it on the very shock. The outside diameter of this here is bigger than the inside diameter of this here where it needs to slide in and register. So all I'm gonna do right now is take the donut, put it in the lathe, and open that up just a little bit. Boom, there we go. I think we can put the car together now.
I'm almost certain that this spring's not right for this shock. I'm pretty sure it's probably 2 inches too long. Trying to get it down far enough where I can get this collar on there. Okay, these are now junk. Our coilover is together. That's all that matters. All right, can you jack the car up for me? It's good, it's tight.
Let's write extensive notes so it looks like we're professional. 9:22. All right. Fire it up one more time, make sure there's no leaks, and then put the hood on. I just like hearing it.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good, dude.
It feels low fluid. It feels lazy.
Going forward?
And reverse.
Because you were driving over a block of wood.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
Okay. Oh, man, she is beautiful. We need to hurry up and get it on here and cover it up before somebody takes a picture of it. What you've got here in front of you is your standard hide a gremlin on the back of a ramp truck when you're going to Michigan kit. We have 2 twin mattresses. Those will go on top of the car to kind of change the shape of it. We have bubble wrap to protect the patina, which is what you want, you know, when you're trying to gift your boss his own car back. You don't want to scratch it. And then you got a car cover to cover the whole thing up so that when you're going down the road, ideally the Gremlin looks like, I don't know, 68 Charger.
Well, the car is just about wrapped up. I think we may put one more cover on it and a few more straps, but for the most part, I think she's good to go. Check it.
Nah, it's not going anywhere.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're good. Ready?
Yeah, and that does not look like a gremlin.
No, it looks like we bought a CNC machine.
Yeah.
Anybody who sees this going down the highway will not blow up our spot.
No.
750 miles.
That's it?
That's it. This is probably the most precious cargo this truck's ever hauled. Bye, Georgia. So far, so good. Oh, we need to program the gauges.
None of them. The gas gauge works, and that's all that matters.
Okay. Oh, dude, it's like the car's not even back there, dude. That is awesome. We have these really nice electric gauges. We have a diesel engine and a truck that was originally gas. We have to program the gauges to get the speedo to read correctly and the tach, and we're struggling. You have the transmission app, right? Can you tell if the converter's locked up and if we're in fourth? And maybe that'll tell you the engine RPM too.
It says we're in third gear and overdrive is off. And the converter's off.
Huh, I wonder why. Because if you wired it right, then there's something wrong with the controller, right? We need to pull over, we need to work on the truck because this is really the first time we've driven it since we put it back together. And we don't have fourth gear and we don't have a lockup converter, which we have a late model Dodge transmission and a Chevy truck behind a Dodge motor with an aftermarket controller. Nothing's talking to each other. We don't have a speedometer working. All these things are connected. Nothing's working. We're gonna throw a tarp on the ground, slide under there, probably discover that it's wired backwards, swap 2 wires, and then we should be good. We should be good, you know?
In theory. All right, be backwards. Be backwards. Be backwards. It's backwards. Yes!
Oh, nice.
Clip is on the bottom.
That means all we gotta do is flip two wires and we get overdrive.
So basically, when I wired this, the guy that told me how to wire it assumed that the plug was in here with the clip up. So he told me how to wire it, but ours, the clip is down. So I think I got these 2 outside prongs wired backwards.
We call him 12-volt Dave, not because he can't wire anything.
I can hear you.
We call him 12-volt Dave because he won't work on anything, but he'll just stand next to your car and the electrical system will catch on fire. That's why we call him 12-volt Dave. Oh, dude, it moved. I got it to go up. We had to pull over because our Haida Gremlin starter kit is starting to show some weak spots at 80 miles an hour. So we're just gonna tune her up a little bit, church it up a little bit, and then we'll be back on the road.
The best we can.
Yeah. When I got out of the truck, I asked myself, what would Freiburger do in a situation like this? This is what he would do. This is it right here. Freiburger would use these.
I think so. All right, ready? I'm gonna go like this.
Oh, yeah. That seems legit. All right, you do that. I'll start applying the 200-mile-an-hour tape. Oh, yeah. It's like wrapping a Christmas present, you know?
It is a Christmas present. Christmas is coming early.
So much safety. That's not going anywhere. Hey, it's official. We're in Tennessee. Woo-hoo! We made it! One whole state. Knoxville, here we come. This is so cool. As I was lying in my comfortable hotel room this morning, I thought to myself, what would Freiburger do?
I know what you would do.
Band and drag strips.
Yep.
Yeah. Downtown Knoxville's pretty sweet.
It really is. Is this a river?
I wonder what river this is.
Tennessee Riverboat Company.
This is cool. All these cool places. So we've been hot rodding with a Gremlin on the back of this for 250 miles. It just took 17 gallons. Do the math.
14.7 miles per gallon.
Ooh, that's not bad. We have a box in there where you can just give it all the fuel and roll coal, and it makes all the boost. So we were climbing hills with 60 pounds of boost, just passing fools, allegedly at 80 with a Gremlin on the back. So now we know we're getting 15 miles to the gallon. We're all hot rodding. Let's go up here and scale it. And then let's go find an abandoned drag strip, download an app on our phone, and find out how quick it is with a car in the back.
All of that sounds incredible.
Because that's what Freiburger would do.
Yeah.
What's that truck number?
It doesn't have one. It's private.
Okay, you good?
Thank you. Now we go inside and they print us out a ticket after we pay for it. You don't get the information until you pay for it. On the back axle alone, we're carrying 8,000 pounds for a grand total of 12,460.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Is that Cincinnati?
Oh my God, I think it is.
Does that mean we're in Ohio?
I think so.
Oh my goodness, another state.
I'll be damned.
Wow.
Dang.
I think we're only 250 miles from Michigan.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Dang.
High five.
Wow.
There's a sign. Ohio, find it here. It is official. We have now made it from Kentucky to Ohio. That means we will be at M1 Concourse, Pontiac, Michigan, where one David Freiberger will be unknowingly awaiting his automobile.
Everything is working so perfectly.
Nothing can stop us now. Should we kill these? We've already killed our careers. Welcome to day 5.
Yeah, Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, it's Friday, yeah. We have managed to find an abandoned racetrack. We're pretty sure we can go there and run this for a full quarter mile and find out how fast the Ram truck is with the Hemi Grammy on back. And then we only have a 200-mile drive to reach
M1 Concourse, Pontiac, Michigan, Roadkill Nights to unveil this thing finally and get the secret off my chest.
Yeah, it's getting hard to keep the secret.
He's gonna find out.
He's gonna find out, so let's do this. Let's make somebody happy.
Let's go.
I'm excited to find out how fast this car might go. I think this rig will run a 17-second quarter mile.
It's gonna be mint.
It is gonna be mint. What are all the Freiberger-isms? It's gonna be mint. This stuff is junk. Nobody likes you. This is beautiful. Look at that old building.
This is almost unbelievable, man.
Oh my God.
That this is all still standing and still in this condition.
I believe this is Ohio Airfield. I don't
It's
know.
in Trotwood, Ohio, and this used to be a drag strip back in the late 50s.
It says cameras, Smiley on camera, so I'm not gonna go in the building. But I feel like we could make one lick here without going to jail.
Yeah, you're driving.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jail. That's what you're saying.
Somebody's got to bail you out. We used my phone and marked it out. When we got to the quarter-mile mark, I got out and just happened to see, like, I think this is the old finish line right here. You can kind of see a line going across. You can see the edges over there. So should I go ahead and put out like a couple of jack stands so we know where the finish line is?
Yeah, I need something bright red.
All right.
Stand them up nice and tall. Yeah.
We're about to race down an old track strip.
Yes, we are.
Oh my God.
Yes, we are. So here's our plan. We have precisely marked out 1/4 of 1 mile on this asphalt tarmac. And just know, loaded for bear, this is 12,500 pounds. That's what we're about to accelerate down this drag strip.
Give it everything.
All the boost, all the fuel is on right now at the starting line. We should have smoke. Oh yeah, we have smoke. You ready?
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Oh boy.
Oh, here we go. Whoa.
Oh boy. That is 50 miles an hour.
There we go.
Oh, we are locked up.
Yes, son.
Oh my goodness. What was it? What was the ET?
1841.
Okay. All right. I'll take it. This thing with the gremlin on the back is faster than a lot of our roadkill cars have been. Dude, we clocked 80 miles an hour across the stripe. It went 1849. And once the converter locked up halfway down the track, this thing took off. So we're gonna make some adjustments to the computer for the transmission, and we're going again, because I think it's got a 17 in it.
Reset. I'm ready when you are.
Go, truck. All right, 1,400 EDTs.
Lock up.
There we go. Come on, shift. Shift. It's not shifting.
Oh, it shifted right there at the end. That's weird.
What was the ET?
1639.
All right, it went quicker. If it had shifted, oh man. All right, but everything's hot now, so.
Yeah, everything's hot.
That's it. All right, 1639. So it didn't go into fourth.
That's weird.
Yeah, the car didn't fall off.
Yeah, let's stop playing in this.
We've had our fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go see Freiburger.
Right now, we are blocks away from M1 Concourse. This is where Roadkill Nights is happening. Freiburger is on the premises. He's wondering what's going on.
Roadkill Nights in Pontiac, Michigan, powered by Dodge. This is the deal where we shut down Woodward Avenue for street racing in front of 40,000 people.
We actually made it. So far, so good.
I believe he's on the other side of these buildings, so as long as we're back here, he can't see us.
What's up, sweethearts?
What's going on?
What, you got a load of lumber here? You don't want to get wet? What's up with
It's a
this?
piece of machinery.
Tell me what you think this is.
I'm feeling water.
Okay. That's a great guess. It's wrong, though. Help us unwrap it.
Just don't cut into the cover, like don't cut what's under.
Oh,
it.
no.
What does the back remind you of?
A boat.
This is the perfect place for that.
And we could go boating. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's a Dodge Dart.
No, you
No,
want
it's
to
a
try it again?
Gremlin. It's the Hemi Grammy.
It's a Dodge Dart.
Where did the Hemi Grammy come from?
We stole it from California.
You did?
And we might have got it running again.
No way.
Yeah.
Freiburger's gonna lose his mind.
That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping he has no clue.
He doesn't.
Dude, that's awesome.
He would literally lose his mind. I'm not even Freiburger, but I'm thrilled for the man.
I'm gonna leave. You guys are gonna get in here and you're gonna drive it over in front of him, and I'm gonna meet you guys over on the skid pad.
Dude.
And you guys get to just drive in like G's. And
In the ramp truck, we'll take
the
it.
ramp truck, yeah.
Yeah.
Just pile in and he will see.
All week
right.
they were like, do you know anything? I'm like,
Wow.
nope.
He thought we drove death metal here.
That's the whole
metal,
thing.
yeah.
Death metal was supposed
kept
to be.
telling me.
And we kept saying, I said death metal about 10 times.
I'm actually shocked and touched by the level of generosity and goodwill. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing.
He deserves it. He literally deserves it.
You are just a bro's bro, man.
I love that guy.
This was a hard secret to keep for months and months. This sucked.
Woo.
Nervous.
You did good. Let's just go down there and let's make the rest of it happen and have a good time.
I'm kind of interested in seeing Freiburger's reaction, you know?
Whew. Finally, after 5 days of just panic of trying to keep this secret, we can finally see the Gremlin on top of the ramp truck, and in just a few minutes, Freiburger's gonna find out how fast it is, which really excites me. How many people here watch Roadkill?
Everybody.
I got a little confession to make here. I've been lying to Mr. Freiburger for a long time, so I'm ready to end this whole thing right now.
No idea what's going on right
He
now.
has no idea why he's here. He thought he was here for some unveiling of a Dodge.
Am I getting a cooler dumped over my head or something? I'm thinking I'm getting a cooler dumped over my head.
You are not getting a cooler dumped over your head, but we do have a surprise for you.
Okay.
13 years ago, this guy hired me to go work at Hot Rod Magazine. And pretty much from that moment on, I've had one adventure after another. And about a year ago, I wanted to repay you, and I didn't have a good idea of how to do that until something happened. And it gave me a great idea of how to repay you. And so any minute now, my friends are gonna be driving in here with something that you know nothing about. But for over a year now, we have been hiding a secret. We have stole a car from you. We've stolen an engine from you.
Really?
Behind your back, we fixed your car and your engine.
Oh, no way.
This is the Hemi Grammy. This is the car that I would say this is one of your biggest builds. And sadly, on our first real road trip, like 10 miles in, it ate a push rod, it ate a rocker. You were bummed out because you didn't have time to fix it. We got together with the idea of fixing the Hemi Grammy.
That's wild.
And although that's a great idea, I decided, 500 horsepower wasn't enough. It needed to be a little sketchier. So we are now full circle. I once traded you a bunch of V6 parts for a Hemi. I have rebuilt that Hemi for you. It makes 700 horsepower.
No way!
It has aluminum heads. And the original Hemi that you gave me for my 55 Chevy Blasphemy is now parked inside of the Hemi Grammy.
Get out.
Yes.
Okay, this is absolutely stunning to me. I had no idea, man. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I didn't think anything like this would ever happen to me. There was a time a long time ago where they wanted to do an episode of overhauling with one of my cars. I said, no way, don't ever do that. I don't want you to do that to my car. I want you to put 700 horsepower in the Hemi Grammy. This is a complete shock. Did you drive it here?
No, I didn't want it to break again. I gotta be honest, we were very careful. In fact, the entire mantra of this Roadkill episode was, what would Freiburger do?
And so we were very careful. This car has been wrapped in mattresses, saran wrap, duct tape, a car cover to get it here with nobody seeing it and putting photos on social media.
Wow.
I have personally not made a Facebook or an Instagram post all week because you thought I was driving my 68 Charger here.
100%.
I didn't want you to know I wasn't. And so we took great pains to make sure we were careful, we weren't gonna hurt your car.
No one has ever done anything like that for me before, and I'm sure you were behind it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You know what, everybody? I gotta say, one of the greatest things about doing this job is we've been doing it together, me and Mike now, for 11 years. We're going into 12. Our whole crew travels with us, and we're like family. We're like a band of brothers down here. We really are. I really appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Talk before I choke up.
That's it here.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me. I never expected anything like this to happen to me. It's a full bro move by all of these guys, the history of the engine that Mike and I have together. But the other thing is, I think all my guys know that I'm shooting TV shows every single week. I don't have time to work on my own cars. Mike knew I would never fix this. So there's one more thing I gotta do, which is burnouts here in front of the crowd at Roadkill Nights.
Boys are back.
I forgot how sketchy this thing is, man.
That's what makes it fun. Dude, look how fast that thing whips around, man.
Oh, man.
Yeehaw! Woo! How's the temp? All good.
Yeah, your money, dude. That was awesome.
Wow.
Nice work.
Did I keep it off the rev limiter?
Ah, dude, it was perfect.
I was trying to keep it like under like 6.
I believe we'll make it out of this episode with the car still running.
I think so. That's because this is the last day of the episode. Victory pass! Yeah! Yeehaw! Woo! Woohoo! Boom! Boom!
What's up, big guy? Thanks, brother. This car rules.
After the burnouts, we hit up everything that is Roadkill Nights. Awesome fans, drag racing down Woodward, and the grudge match that included Alex Taylor in a Hellcat-powered 55 Plymouth. You can see the buildup of that car and all the racing on Hot Rod Garage on Motor Trend. Now, overall, this is my best day at work ever. Finnegan and Newbern led the charge, but really, the Hemi Surprised involved the entire crew, several hosts, a bunch of people at the office, and really, the message of that means more to me than the Hemi itself. Now, you're wondering what happened to the road trip with Dulcich, Cotton, and me?
Don't get us stuck.
I'm not getting us stuck. We ain't no Steve Dulcich.
Well, that's on the next episode of Roadkill.
This time on Roadkill, big adventures in an average car on Sick Week.
God, this was fun. And Michael Knight never had nitrous like you did.
No chance. Hasselhoff has got nothing on me. I held a gator on this episode. All right, walk straight ahead. Follow this. Nope, this way.
I can't see nothing.
We're in Bradenton, Florida for Sick Week. Here's how this event is going to work. It's pretty much a direct carbon copy of Hot Rod Drag Week, which means there's 4 drag strips and 5 races in 5 days, and all of the competitors have to drive the cars from track to track without any support. So what we're gonna be doing is starting here at Bradenton, Florida, then we go to Orlando Speed World, then we drive to Gainesville, the home of the NHRA Gator Nationals, then South Georgia Motorsports Park, and ultimately back here to Bradenton if the car survives that long. So we were dying to do this because it's the very first event, but we didn't have a car. So I bought something off Craigslist, sight unseen. I know what it is, but I've never seen the car until this moment, and it's a surprise to Finnegan completely. So, are you ready?
I feel like I'm in a horror movie. Yes, man, let's do this.
All right, unleash.
That's my throat.
There you go. What do you think?
You bought a Night Rider car.
Yeah.
This is good.
I figured Florida is 3rd-gen territory, right?
I like this.
I'm actually kind of stoked on it, but I did try and undersell it to you as being boring. Here's the key, 6-speed.
Really?
Yes. So we're entered in the stick class.
All right.
I don't know if it runs. I don't know if it'll pass tech. I don't know if that window goes up or down.
That seat is well ventilated.
Yeah. It's a 350 carbureted T56, 373 rear gears. This is a 1986 Trans Am. I think it would have been like a 305 TPI when it was new. Is that
Yeah,
right?
you said it was carbureted, but the door handles clearly says fuel injection. Oh, it's a small block Chevy.
Yeah.
This is not the original motor, I'm guessing.
Well, no, it would have been a 305, and the guy told me it's a 350, but who knows?
I got a pretty good feeling.
I did buy nitrous.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, we're good then.
Our only goal here is to make the thing quicker every day.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have fun with this.
The big problem, this rear end is glass. I think we're gonna break the rear end day 1 or day 2.
Oh, did you bring one of those?
No.
Okay, you brought nitrous.
Yeah.
I like where this is going. We have all the ingredients to blow up a rear end we have no parts for.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's see if it runs. Ooh, that's... Yeah, battery's dead.
It's a great sign.
Yeah. Does it say it has to be running to go through tech?
Nope, we can push it. The oil looks like oil. Completely empty. We're great.
All the safety checks.
Okay, you want to try the lights? Oh, we have a dead battery. What am I doing?
Dead battery.
Dead battery.
Well, step on the brakes. They might come on. Oh, wait. Got brake lights. Try headlights. Yes! That one doesn't work.
I don't care.
We need a headlight. The rules for this event say that the car has to be street legal. You have to have registration and insurance and all the lights and everything and a horn.
Yeah.
Is that gonna work?
I think so. Right.
Never start. Okay.
Goodbye.
All right, our Duralast battery going in. Ready?
Let's make some noise.
Let's see if it cranks. Fires right up.
Oh, dude, is it even running?
It's mint. It dies a little. It might need to warm up some. Check engine lights on.
There's an electric fuel pump somewhere.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is it at fuel pressure?
It has fuel pressure. The choke is open. Let me find a screwdriver. So there's a knocking.
Yeah, I heard that too. But it's the clutch.
It doesn't run very good right now.
No, we can make it better. Here's what's going on right now. It is 12:12. In order to get into the event, you have to be in the line for tech at 1 o'clock. They cut it off after 1. We're gonna put the slicks on it because we think that might be a requirement for going through tech so they can measure your tire size. The car's not good. It's warming up and maybe it's getting a little bit better, but the carburetor doesn't want to take throttle. It bogs really badly. There's a rattle coming from the throwout bearing that's pretty gnarly. It's a perfect start to a Roadkill. The tires we're putting on here are on 15x8 wheels. They're the cheapest aluminum wheels I could get at Summit Racing, and it's a Hoosier 27x10 50/15. See, it's race now. Look at it.
Oh, definitely a race car. We just picked up so much ET until we break the rear end in half when it hooks.
All right, we're gonna go get in the line for tech.
Oh, this thing's nasty.
It's not that bad.
It's nasty.
Wow. That car has only moved, I don't know, 15 car lengths in 3 hours? Wow, this line's long. 350 cars here.
My favorite thing about events like this is the randomness of all the cars that are here.
It has really good variety.
Really good.
Our headlight doesn't work, so we're gonna fix it here in the line. We wouldn't normally be doing this, but it's an actual rule. Like, they won't let us race without it, so here we are.
It's very dim, but it's there.
Okay, that's all we need. It says you must have headlights. It doesn't say how many candle power they must be.
We have 1 candle power.
Okay. It's first thing in the morning, so last night we got through tech in the dark, and then this morning was the driver's meeting. We got through that. Then we got to sit in the grandstands and watch racing.
We never get to do that.
We never get to do that. And today, in a couple of hours, I got to make our first pass, and we were talking strategy about, am I going to break the rear end first run? Am I going to slip the clutch?
Yeah.
What's my plan?
Well, I have no personal experience with the 7.5-inch rear end in this.
Oh, update on that.
Okay.
It's actually the somewhat more unusual but stronger Australian-made 9-bolt rear end. I looked under it.
Okay, so if you can convince yourself that 9-bolt means 9-inch, then it's really more durable than you think it is.
Maybe.
You know?
So we'll be slow today, and the goal is simply to make it faster every day because we'll probably be the slowest car here by the end of the meet.
Yeah, it's going forward.
Okay. Well, it was up in the air. I spun the tire and we checked. It actually seems to have a limited slip in it. Between that and the fact that it is that 9-bolt Australian-made rear end instead of the weaker 10-bolt, we have some chance of survival. Now I got to install the sticker.
Oh, yeah. I bet it's even mostly level.
How'd we do?
Perfect?
They should just trophy us now.
Ah, dude. We just bolted on 37 horsepower right there.
We're getting ready to go for the first time. Don't forget, this will be the first time I've ever really driven this car. Okay. I hope I can figure out how to do a burnout and launch this thing. I wish it was more warmed up. It was bogging bad when it was cold.
Talk about an interesting matchup. 1964 Spitfire with the engine hanging out of it. And over on the left side, that's David Freiberger from Roadkill. The car they just grabbed off of Craigslist.
Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. So there's a bet going around right now of what ET it's going to run, and it's widespread. It's someone thought of 17, someone thought of 16. Okay, all right. Oh, not broken, not broken. Let's go. I'm hoping for a 14.5-second pass out of whatever engine is under that hood. Come on, Freiburger, be gentle, be gentle. All right, it's not broken. It's not fast, but it's not broken either. Go car. Oh, it's really, really rich. A lot of black smoke. All right, still going. It's gonna be a minute here.
Freiberger goes 1432, 95 miles an hour.
1432! Dude, we have a 14-second car that we bought yesterday.
All right, through in third gear. I short shifted first, second, but it left okay, didn't break anything.
We haven't even turned a wrench on this thing yet. There's so much potential. I think we can get this into the 13s with a lot of nitrous.
1432 at 95 miles an hour. Not bad. And Mike Finnegan wins the bet. Here's how that went. I launched the thing at 3,500 RPM and rode the clutch out. I way short shifted from first to second, 4,500 RPM. And then in third gear, it went all the way out the top end at 5,000 RPM. So we know it'll rev that high, and we know it's all in one piece. It's actually way better than I thought.
Is this the winner's circle? There's checker flags.
Right.
all over the place.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Not at all.
Isn't that way better than you thought?
Hell yeah, and it didn't break.
I'm convinced I can drive it to $13.99 and we can spray it to $12.99 if it holds together.
I think all of that will happen.
Sweet. One of your jobs is to hand in a time slip every day before you leave. My first time slip, ready to hand in.
How fast you go?
Yes. Yep. We're official. 1432 at 95 miles an hour, and I got the directions. We're on the road.
This is Tom McGilton's funnel.
Okay.
He runs low sevens, so I feel like we're gonna gain at least a tenth or two off of the juju and the osmosis that's coming from this funnel.
Can you handle the power?
I mean, I'll try my best. I'm definitely putting the seatbelt on because she's a rocket.
Ready?
I'm in. It's pretty smooth.
Don't break my ride.
All right? All right. There's a shake,
Yeah, there is.
but it's the whole car. It's not the steering, it's the trans. See the rear end bouncing up and down?
Maybe.
Do we have shocks on this car? I don't even know.
I don't know.
We have to just look at it as opportunities to improve tomorrow.
Part of the rules is that you have to follow the actual route that they give you so everybody's driving the same distance, and you got to do checkpoints. The first one was the California Zephyr Railroad Carriage.
That's where we were at?
Yeah, and now we're in something called Old Town. Old Town where? I'm not really sure, but we'll get our photo. And I think we're about an hour to the hotel, which means teppanyaki.
Yeah, after saluting the wizard.
Saluting the wizard. Okay, we're gonna blast. I think the next time you'll see us, because it's about to get dark, is gonna be tomorrow at Orlando Speed World at the drag strip.
Later, wizard dude.
Here we are at Orlando Speed World, where the racing has been canceled due to rain, which isn't here. You hear this car driving by in the background. Here comes another one. Everybody's required to show up here at the track, take a picture in front of the sign to prove that they actually made the drive, and then we're gonna hit the road and go to Gainesville tomorrow.
The drive was easy. I legit felt like we were on vacation. This car is incredible. No issues whatsoever. Now it's gonna catch on fire as soon as we leave the parking lot.
But the good news is that it will be doused by the rain that supposedly is coming. Let's go.
All right. That was a fun race. Yeah. Car did great.
I guess I should tell the audience, because everybody's been asking me in person because they can't wait for the answer. Yes, we do plan to put nitrous on it. Stay tuned. I feel we should see a gator. I would like to feed the car to a gator, in truth.
World's best gator.
We are stopping, right? Right? Am I right? Am I right?
Production totally loves this idea.
Now it said world's largest gator. Did they mean the building, which is shaped like a gator?
Or
is
do they
there a
have one
gator in there?
inside?
This is incredible. Oh, entrance. We get to go in there, dude.
Yeah. Run. Those guys are hardcore prehistoric, aren't they?
I think so. That one's huge. And he's moving. He's moving.
Hi, kitty, kitty, kitty.
That thing would seriously mess you up.
Yes, he's a Florida panther. I would pet him.
You'd be alone in that endeavor.
And then he would eat my arm off. Gator! That worked.
That did work. Totally worked.
We made a stop here at Jungle Adventures in Christmas, Florida to see all sorts of animals, and I'm holding a live gator that Mike won't get anywhere near.
You keep turning this way.
He's cute. I feel a little bad about this after I pet him.
Is that real?
Yes. Remember when we had one on our Corvette trip in Florida?
Jamie's car.
Yep.
I didn't know that one was real either. He looks so happy. You know, he's smiling.
He's going on sick week, dude.
Right through the back of the jaw.
right there.
Yeah.
We can't lose this. Pretty sure they'll let us have it on the drag strip, right?
Nowhere in Sick Week's bylaws did it say you can't have a gator head on the front of your TA.
Okay, let's go. So it's raining. Slicks have no traction in the rain.
These are our race tires.
So we're looking for a coin-op car wash so that we can park in the dry rain and change our tires. There we go. This is our one. And we're not even here to cool it off. We've found a coin-op car wash, which is like the go-to for dry cover, and we're gonna throw our street tires back on.
I think these are directional.
They are. You clear?
Yep, go for it.
Yeah, this little jack might fit over here. That's gonna work.
Seems legit. Perfect. I wonder if we're dead last again.
Probably.
Looked on the internet and people were checking in at both checkpoints 4 hours ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, people took off at 8 in the morning. We've been dilly-dallying. It's 2:30.
Those people didn't get to hug an alligator.
No. Do we have a defroster? Oh, that's gonna make it way worse.
Oh, damn, science.
We're here in Daytona Beach, Florida, which is like pretty awesome, has a lot of history, up to the point where this thing starts making a brutal noise driving at like 0 miles an hour. It doesn't change when I step on the clutch.
It's here, running. It's metal to metal here.
It sounds like it's here to me.
It's back of the trans.
Yeah, it's either that U-joint or the trans mount is kicked over and it's rubbing on something. Even though it's raining, we're gonna jack it up, crawl under, and have a look. We're using our spare slicks and wheels as jack stands. We've got one under the cross member in the front and another one here because we don't have jack stands. You found the problem?
Yeah.
U-joint wasted?
No, we're gonna be okay. Our torque arm mount is popcorn welded.
Oh.
And
I'm picking up exactly what's going on.
it's rubbing the drive shaft.
Yep.
The front mount for the torque arm, which is this unique suspension pivot that goes from the back of the transmission all the way to the rear end, and it keeps the rear end from doing this, going forward and backwards. The bracket is now popcorn welded to a bracket that goes to the trans. Well, the bolt fell out, so there's nothing holding our rear end from going forward and backwards, and the bracket slid backward and is rubbing on the drive shaft. And we don't really have the right stuff to fix here, so we'll use what we have, which is a ratchet strap. And I'm gonna try to ratchet strap the bracket to the front engine cross member. And if that will hold it forward and keep everything from moving around, we'll keep going and probably try to fix it properly tomorrow, but hopefully this works because I'd like to keep going. Hey Dave, would you give me another ratchet strap?
Ratchet strap.
All right, we're good. This should get us through the rest of the day.
Ratchet straps are just like giant zip ties. You can fix anything with them. And Mike just took that ratchet strap or two and pulled our torque arm off our drive shaft, did all the dirty work, and we're ready to hit the road.
Remember to be gentle.
It's not grinding.
It's nowhere near it now. The only thing holding the rear end this way is a ratchet strap
straps
that we got from the auto parts store.
All right, no power shifting. Wow, you did a fine job.
Thank you.
Is it drag strip ready?
No.
No? Okay.
That guy's still in. Oh, he's in our
hey,
group. It's
one
a
of our
C car.
guys.
Yeah.
Someone that's as bad as we are.
Good morning from KSR Performance in Gainesville, which is Roadkill's like Florida home away from home. You can see this is the torque arm mount that yesterday Finnegan fixed with the ratchet straps. It's broken out of the back of the transmission tail shaft housing, so we're gonna have to somehow figure out how to cobble that back in and weld it back together. Also, check this out. Yesterday on the highway, the rear end was howling. It was bad. And I come back here and notice that there's gear oil all over the muffler. This thing uses a rubber plug in the fill hole, and it was leaking badly. You can see it just running out of here. And we'll fill it back up and hope that we didn't do more damage to the rear end that will add to my paranoia about breaking this thing. Look carefully at this thing and you'll see it is the 9-bolt rear end. It's not the 7.5-inch 10-bolt that many of these had. Okay, we're good. Pry bar's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna happen.
What's not gonna happen?
Pulling the rear end rearward because of link arms. There you go. How close? It's off by a full bolt hole. Okay.
I mean, can we hit this further back on the thing?
Oh, I see. Maybe. Like hammer here?
Yeah.
Wow. This is not right, but it's how it was.
I don't think we make enough power to snap that. I think we're okay.
We're okay.
Put the slicks on.
And we're off.
Come on back.
No guarantee we're not going to need Kevin's help once again, but we fixed this part, and next stop, Gainesville Raceway.
Ready to go racing?
Yeah.
Engage. Oh, yeah, she's ready. No more clunking. Oh, I see race cars in front of us.
You see race cars from behind the wheel. Look at this thing.
Oh, dude.
No clunking.
It's growing on me.
Got slicks. Gator's looking sharp. This thing drives smooth now.
Oh, man. I see a billboard. I see lights. I see trailers. I think this is the place.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Spectators are packed.
Oh, this is a facility.
Yeah. Well, it's an NHRA national event.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Gator Nationals. We are late and yet on time. What they did is they switched up the program so that the slower cars are going to go down the track first. It's been really cold, dewy out here. They want to get some heat into the track. They want to wait till later in the day for the fast cars. That means we're up. So we're about to go get in the back of the line.
With ratchet straps holding the rear end in place. I don't know if one bolt is better than 2 ratchet straps or not, but we're about to find out. We've done 0 performance upgrades. The air is better here, and I feel like he's learned to drive the car. I think we're gonna go quicker. I'm batting on a low 14.
Clutch is gone. Ah, that sucked. Yep, that was spinning the clutch through every gear. That was no good at all.
We just lost 2 seconds. I don't know what's going on with it, but it didn't leave good. And it didn't make any power either.
1636 at 79 miles an hour. Smoking the clutch. That is gonna be really bad for the rest of the week. Wow. How did that happen?
What happened to Gator?
You ready to change a clutch?
Oh, when it left, I was like, it bogged a lot.
Yeah, spun the clutch all the way, you know.
Okay.
Short shifted it and it just went right to 5,500 RPM.
Well, we're gonna need a clutch to run nitrous anyway, so
yeah,
I'll jack it up.
You really want to do it right here? Back to Kevin's?
Oh. We could go back to Kevin's.
I mean, we need parts.
Maybe we should find a clutch first before I take it apart.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I really thought that we were gonna go quicker today. You know, I was doing the ride the clutch out to try and not to break the rear end instead of just doing a sidestep clutch dump, and it never hooked up. I basically power shifted it into more clutch spin and eventually just lifted. You can smell clutch just reeking off this thing right now. I don't feel like changing a clutch, but we're going to because we have to. Still drives. A couple of fans, those guys were super cool. They went to AutoZone down the street, bought us a new clutch, and we've got it in the back. We think it'll work.
I thought today was our day. The sun was shining, the track was great.
Yeah.
We were gonna go 14:10-ish.
Yep, me too. I don't know.
That is strange.
Yeah.
It makes me want to go back there and send it down the track once more.
So we're just gonna go for it, rip it apart anyway? Hey, buddy.
I smell the clutch now.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I smelled it as soon as I got in the thing. And torque arm out. We're working on taking the clutch out of it. That means we started by removing the torque arm off the suspension because it's in the way. We took the drive shaft off. Right now, I am removing the hydraulic cylinder that activates the clutch. Now, I think the next thing that we're gonna do is loosen the bolts that hold the transmission to the bell housing. Then we'll remove the cross member and we should be able to get the trans out. Transmission seal in action. Ready? Oh, look at that. Coming right out. See? Okay. Yeah. We took this whole thing apart, and it turns out that we have got the pull-type clutch. The throwout bearing actually pulls to work on the thing. It's like a 90, I don't know, call it 94 LT1 F-body type clutch. We have bought two of the wrong clutches, a stock one that we have here, a stock type, and another race one that's up in Georgia. Instead, what's gonna happen is we're going to reassemble this entire thing, drive it up to Georgia. I don't know how far it is, like 150 miles, something like that. And tomorrow morning, we will install a new McLeod racing clutch that is designed for this setup. And then we will not have time to break it in properly, so we'll take it directly down the drag strip and probably destroy that one also. Race week, it's what you do. I hope this means we're actually done. All we have to do is put the shifter back together and then we should be out of here.
Ready to go. Let's ride.
You know, if I'd spent 5 minutes thinking about it, we probably would have known that that was a pull-type clutch just by looking at that slave cylinder. I failed. Mom back. I got one more job to do, though. I think our buddy here is not only getting more gruesome and maybe inappropriate, but also bad luck.
Later, Gator.
We're now probably dead last in that class.
When we weren't dead last, how quick was the car behind us?
1677.
Oh, you ran better than that guy today, too.
I did. Maybe we're still second worst. Our trashed clutch made it last night. Pretty good drive.
Yeah.
So this is South Georgia Motorsports Park. And we would be running right now, except for we're gonna change the clutch. We're right here next to Portable Car Hoist Guy. And he's gonna let us use this hoist, so this is gonna be easy since we already know how to do it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This guy is super cool. He just goes to all these drag and drive events and he brings this thing for free. People tip him, but he doesn't charge. And he's saved a lot of race cars. What we're doing here is just exactly what happened yesterday at KSR Performance. This time we will get it all the way out and probably take the bell housing too, I'm not sure yet, and get that new clutch in there.
go. Okay, back a little bit. Okay, now you can go down.
There we go.
Now go down.
Next off is going to be the little bell housing. Whoa! I guess that's loose. Okey-dokey. That's an aluminum flywheel with a steel insert, and that is a destroyed clutch disc right there. Look at that thing. That is garb. Here's our situation. Our old clutch disc is completely trashed both sides. I talked to my tech guy at McLeod to get some tech information about this, and he noticed the solid hub in this disc. He says that is a Corvette-only deal that was normally used with a dual-mass flywheel that we don't have. We've got an aftermarket aluminum flywheel with a steel insert, and it is completely wasted. On our new disc, you can see this has a ceramic puck on the flywheel side and a more regular material that goes on the pressure plate side. So that's another difference that we got here. You're supposed to break these things in for like 1,500 clutch activations and deactivations in stop and go driving. So our downsides here are we're not prepping the flywheel correctly and we're not breaking it in. We're crossing our fingers. Look how you can see that this disc is worn more here on the inside and not as polished out here. I can feel that it's got a warp in it, so that's a major downside. Here's the thing with this sprung hub. You got to make sure it doesn't hit anything in here. And we end up being good for that, so we got lucky. But check this out. This doesn't even have proper flywheel bolts. Those are just regular old hardware store grade 8 bolts. They're not an OE bolt or an ARP or anything.
Our flywheel is not flat anymore. I'm gonna do my best to make it a little flatter. Rotate it. You gotta rotate it up. Right there. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Now go forward.
There we go. Boom.
Let me put some bolts in it.
Yep. We got it.
You guys are killing it.
Wow. We've got the trans in. We got to tighten all the bolts now and then reverse the whole process. Shifter, torque arm, drive shaft. Properly, you need to drive this thing several hundred miles in stop and go traffic to break the clutch in. We don't have that option, so I am just going to be putting it around the pits, trying to get a few engagements and disengagements in it to get some of that material transferred to the flywheel. Here we go, burnout box.
All right, everybody. We have just driven, I don't know, 150 miles with a bad clutch, changed it here at the track. This is pretty much our lose the shop moment, and any pass in the 14-second range would be good. That means we're back where we started. But because we didn't break the clutch in, it's highly likely it slips, just like the last one. Let's hope not. All right, we got a burnout going. That's a good sign.
Okay, now's the time.
Come on, Freiburger. You can drive. Come on, clutch. You can clutch. Okay, okay. I think it's okay.
Okay. We'll see what happens. I made it all the way down the track.
Oh, dude! That's our best pass yet. Why am I so happy at a 14-second pass? Because that is half a second quicker than we've gone. And I'm pretty sure that new clutch is working better than the old one, which means tomorrow, when we make it back to Bradenton, we put the nitrous on and throw the toolbox at this thing and try to spray the rods to the moon or put the car into the 12s. It's gonna be incredible. Watch this.
1401. Oh man, so close to 13s. I guess we're gonna leave that in the bottle for tomorrow. It does smell like clutch.
14-second passes, yes!
And he dramatically leaves the $13.99 on the table for tomorrow.
That's good TV right there.
Not bad. It did slip the clutch off the line, but it hooked up and went. Look at that, 99 miles an hour.
Oh, dude. And
yeah.
it was so fat.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it goes in the 13s, and then we spray it into the 12s.
Yep. Winning! Next stop, Don Garlett's Museum of Drag Racing.
Yeah. We're 14 miles from the Don's Museum.
Man, we made it. Don Garlett's Museum of Drag Racing. This is gonna be amazing. They've thrown a huge party here. There's cars all over the place. There's, of course, the Garlett's Museum, and we finally broke the car again. It's overheating hideously.
This is like Graceland for me. This is as good as it gets. I can't wait to go inside the museum.
Yeah, so
and
we're not
ignore the
fixing
car overheating.
We're going in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. It's the last day, and last night was a killer drive, but we overheated this thing horribly. Yeah, the plan today is to drive another, I think, 180 or something miles to the last track, which will be back at Bradenton, Florida. And then we will put nitrous on it, and we will do our final pass and hopefully get this thing in the 12s. We did borrow the crew's cooler here that is full of baloney water. There you go.
Beef water.
Let me help aim.
Oh, it's full.
Really?
That was it.
That was it?
That was it.
I can't call that overheated. The electric fan doesn't work anymore.
full.
We figure if we hit the highway, we'll be good. All right, we're out of here. That seems good.
Yeah, dude, I think she's ready. I think we fully broke in that clutch with one drag strip hit.
Yep.
And 190 miles.
That was a full flat foot shift, so I think we're good. That's annoying. What is it?
Yesterday's route.
Okay. We're gonna finish this thing.
It overheated last night. We made
yeah.
no attempt to make the fan work.
Right. Let me see, I'll press the button. There, I got the button running.
It lit up?
No.
Okay. Well then, we'll be fine.
Considering they were running all the power for that fan through this one cheesy switch, not surprised.
Save it for the track, dude. Come on.
It's a sunny day in Bradenton, and I think the mosquitoes are out now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
All right, I'm keeping the pants on then.
I was getting bit. Nitrous time. We're finally going to install it. We're going to start at the rear, mount the bottle, and work our way forward to the engine where things go. What we're installing here is a very basic nitrous oxide kit. It's a Sniper, which is the more affordable line from NOS. And this one is 100 to 150 horsepower. That's kind of a bummer. I thought we had a bigger kit than that. I thought I was gonna put like a 180 shot in it. The way this works is Mike is mounting a bottle in the trunk, then we will take this hose and use it to feed nitrous oxide forward to the engine, where it will go through this solenoid right here, which is the on-off clicker button. There will also be a solenoid that's feeding extra gasoline into this plate that we will mount underneath the carburetor, and then the fuel and the nitrous will be discharged into the engine. Nitrous oxide makes more power by bringing oxygen to the combustion process and allowing you to burn more fuel. My goal is gonna be leapfrog the 13s, because that's bad luck. Go straight from my best pass of 14:01 all the way to 12:99. Okay, carb off. That is hot carburetor. All right, okay, got it, thank you.
On our way to the front.
Well, since the initial timing is 8, I'm guessing we're gonna be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, that's probably close to factory.
Yeah, we're probably good. You want to rev it up and I'll check it?
It only had 29 degrees of timing in it, which means if we had bumped that up to about 36 naturally aspirated, odds are very good that it would have been quicker, because that's a little shy on timing for a stock small block Chevy. But we're not gonna run it NA again. We're going straight to the nitrous. It's already tuned up for that.
This is gonna be great.
Well, the nitrous is installed but not really tested. They finally just called our class. They're already running our cars. You're gonna go do what?
I'm gonna go stick this on the floorboards of another competitor's vehicle with the heater on. I'll get it warm. By the time you go all the way around here at the starting line, I'll run up there and put it in. We'll purge. Okay. You can bang it through the motor if you want, or,
yep.
or
I will.
Whatever, and then send it.
Yeah, we're looking for that bottle to be 96, 97 degrees so that we've got nitrous bottle pressure. We know it's gonna be a rich tune-up anyway. We need the bottle pressure.
Science.
You got it.
She is hot. She is ready.
Our lane is next.
All right.
Okay, we got the bottle in now, and I'm gonna fire up the engine, and Mike's gonna open the bottle. That just makes sure there's no nitrous leaking into the engine. If it's leaking, you'll hear the engine start to rev.
It's good back here.
It didn't rev up. I think we're all right.
We have nitrous.
All right. I don't think I can leave on the nitrous. I think the clutch will go.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
All right, you're hot.
All right.
Just hope the bottle stays warm. Oh man, here we go.
All right, second gear burnout.
There we go. All right, come on, Freiburger.
Clutch is spinning. Ah, the clutch did not hold. It's because of that dead flywheel. Ah, that was not good. I power shifted on the nitrous though, but that was not good.
All right, so we picked up a half a second. We went 1401 and he just sprayed it to a 1348 and we picked up 15 miles an hour. And it looked really rich, but I don't think the rods are hanging out of it, which is really good.
Ah, frustrated. Yeah, 1348 at 110 with a 220 60 foot. Ah, this is a matter of where Roadkill does not help you out. We're on a tight schedule. You're at one of these drag week type events. You do things you wouldn't do in your normal shop. And in this case, it's a bad flywheel that bit me. It just smoked the clutch. Ah.
Dude, that was badass.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, that was total bad mood.
No, you just installed a nitrous system in a parking lot and it picked up 10 miles an hour and probably destroyed the clutch.
It destroyed the clutch.
It looked like that when you left.
I know. The whole time I was just sitting there going, that flywheel. But you know what? This episode's about to get great. The best part of the whole thing comes right now. Don't go away. Hey everybody, I guess it's me, David Freiburger from Roadkill here. How's everybody doing? So the reason we're here is I guess that you saw myself and Mike Finnegan actually shot an episode of Roadkill this entire week with our 86 Firebird. And so we're all about giving back these days. And so I went to Keith Turk and I asked him, is there any kind of a father-son operation where they've got like a younger kid who really wants to have a first car? He's like, well, I don't really have a father-son deal like that, but I do have a father-daughter deal like that. And so we're going to be giving this car away to Anna Lee. Are you here? Anna Lee Teresi? Anna Lee? Keith Turk said that this girl right here has been riding with her dad in their Nova all week long, and she needs her first car. And so our 86 Firebird is now your 86 Firebird. What do you think? Nice. Nice. It's really cool. Cool, thank you very much. We just wanted to give back. I hope you enjoy this thing. And you know what? If you need to sell it and get something actually good, that's perfectly fine.
It's actually a really good car. We drove at 90 on the highway all day long, no problem.
I can't believe it.
Don't be afraid, they're mostly clean.
I gotta tell you, when you came over to me, I was like, no way, man. I was having such a rough week.
You like it now? She's warming up to it.
Oh, I think mommy's gonna bug out.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're good.
Don't uh-oh me now.
For a second, it really didn't feel like it was gonna do anything.
You can turn around right there. You're going the wrong way.
I am?
Yeah. Yeah, exit's over there, right? Or am I wrong?
I have no idea. Are we lost already?
Yes.
You're the navigator. It's not quite official, but I have good reason to think we're gonna make it out of the parking lot on day one.
'Cause it's too cold for you here and now, so let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. And all I am is a man. I want the world in my hands. I hate the beach, but I stand in California with my toes in the sand. Use the sleeves of my sweater. Let's have an adventure. Head in the clouds, but my gravity's centered. Touch my neck, and I'll touch yours. You in those little high-waisted shorts. Oh, she knows what I think about, and what I think about. One love, two mouths. One love, one house. No shirt, no blouse. Just us to find out. Nothing that I wouldn't want to tell you about. No, 'cause it's too cold for you here and now, so let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. And if I may just take a breath away, I don't mind if there's not much to say. Sometimes the silence guides a mind to move to a place so far away. Yeah, the goosebumps start to race the minute that my left hand meets your waist. And then I watch your face, put my finger on your tongue 'cause you love the taste, yeah. These hearts adore everyone, the other beats hardest for. Inside this place is warm, outside it starts to pour. Coming down, one love, two mouths. One love, one house. No shirt, no blouse. Just us to find out. Nothing that I wouldn't wanna tell you about. No, no, no. 'Cause it's too cold for you here and now, so let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater.
Junkyard 1957 Chevy after sitting in the dirt for 4 decades and take it right back to where it came from, the junkyard.
If it breaks down one more time, I'm gonna leave it there.
Right about now, we are in beautiful but sweaty Kaufman, Texas, home of Flying Sparks Garage. And we are here because 5-acre, 12-volt, and now Tri-5 Dave has bought another 57 Chevrolet. I think this makes 7 for him that neither run nor drive. We got it in Big Springs, Texas last summer during a road trip. It's missing everything, so he shipped it here to Flying Sparks Garage, and back there we are going to see the car really for the first time, because when he bought it, it was nighttime, it was in the dark, and so over the next 2 or 3 days with our friends Aaron and Emily, we're going to get it running Roadkill style, get on the road and go back to where we got the car from, so we can get all of the junk that's missing from that 57 Chevy.
Well, long story short, I ended up buying from a guy named Dickie Jones, and the goal for this week is to get it running after like 30 years. I hadn't really seen the car in great detail, so hopefully in like 2 or 3 days we can stab a motor and transmission in this thing and I get it on the road.
It looks better in the daylight.
It really does.
In the dark, you really couldn't tell how straight it was.
It's not bad at all, dude.
No.
I mean, yes, it's missing lots of things, but overall, yeah, minimal patchwork in the floors there, considering it's not missing the whole thing, but...
If it was good enough for Fred Flintstone.
So last I heard, Dickie said he went through the whole chassis and put new ball joints and bushings and everything on it. So hopefully there's, you know, not a lot to do down there. Shove a motor and trans in it, drive shaft, and go.
Dude, you can tell he worked on it. Look, he's already installed the steering wheel and the power windows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we push it inside the shed?
It rolls. That's a good thing. There we go. That looked good.
Perfect. You guys know Aaron and Emily. They've been on Roadkill before, a bunch of times, actually.
Handful, yeah.
And they were kind enough to let us invade the Flying Sparks garage. We will have this thing running in no more than 10 or 12 days. Like, none of this is rotten.
No, the firewall, untouched. When we bought this car, I didn't even look in the trunk. And there's just random parts in here. But luckily, I have all the years, so this will fit something I own, which is good. Oh, that's sweet.
The steering wheel, right?
Steering wheel. That's the horn.
Sick.
On back. Perfect. Tell me about the engine.
So here's our small block Chevrolet. I pulled this out of my buddy Brandon's C10, and it's complete. I left everything on it. Carburetor, it's got a 4-barrel Holly on it. The alternator, the belt, the fan, everything is complete. We should be able to drop this in the 57, put the distributor in, and fire it up. The trans, it's a turbo 350, it has a shift kit. This thing's got a small camshaft in it, dual plane intake. Hopefully, you know, we can do some burnouts.
Nice thing about working on a car from Texas that's unfinished is the parts virtually fall off the car themselves.
Yes.
It's like quick release. It's not all stuck together with rust. Let me just save your life here. Coming in hot.
Perfect. Now, all right, I need 2 3/8 bolts.
It's sliding. Ooh, it's gonna come off.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. All right, go back, if it'll go.
It's up against something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like it. Come on.
Here we go. We were gonna just use a ratchet strap and or a chain to hold this motor, and then it occurred to me, might as well just start to build out with some quality and make a motor mount for this side of the engine, because we only have one. And without the other one, the fuel pump sits on the cross member, which is no good. That's our engine mount. It's cosmetic, but it makes me feel better.
So I pulled the valve cover off, just a quick way of, you know, letting you know that you're on top dead center. I got the timing mark ready down here, and both these valves are closed. So I know I'm on the compression stroke. So now I can put the distributor in. Hopefully it clears, because this firewall is super nice on this car. It's probably the nicest part of the car, so I'm not gonna beat it to clear an HEI distributor.
Oh, that's close. Will the cap go on? I think it might, dude.
We're good.
We can put the headers in next, put the carb on.
Yeah. It is a bone stock HEI distributor, electronic ignition, 1 wire. It'll run.
Nice. Carbonator.
Man, we are rolling. Motor and trans are in. The guys are wiring right now, putting gauges in. I'm about to install a fuse panel. It's by Auto Rod Controls. This is race car stuff. It is a relay and fuse panel all in one with this trick switch panel, which is backlit even when the car is turned on.
I think that should be adequate for Roadkill.
Relay 1 will be ignition. Relay 2 will be starter solenoid. 3 and 4, headlights.
Man, we are making some serious progress. The engine is bolted in permanently. We've got new plugs in it, the distributor's in it. Emily's got the gauges handled, the fuse panel mounted inside. We've started wiring the car. One hiccup so far, the master cylinder that I ordered is not correct. It's for a power booster and this doesn't have power brakes. So we've got to find that.
Maybe that one will just start working.
The cap will not come off, but I'm gonna fix it with fire. I don't know, we'll see.
It's an archaeological dig in there, dude.
Like new.
Does the pedal move?
Of course not.
I think we should fill it completely and let it sit overnight. I'm gonna call this the most successful day one in the history of Roadkill.
Really?
Yeah, that car was outside without a motor, and now it's inside with a motor and a transmission and gauges and a switch panel and a fuse block, and nothing's on fire yet. So, complete success. Tomorrow we make it run.
It is day 2, and man, we got a lot done on day 1. The brakes are questionable. I put some fluid in the master cylinder last night to hopefully see if it would gravity feed out, but nothing happened. So a local parts store says they can have one by lunchtime today. We got to get it on the lift and measure for the draft shaft next, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's time to measure for the draft shaft. I ordered a complete kit from Summit Racing. It comes with a longer tube, the yoke for the rear, the slip yoke for the trans, everything you need. All right, I'm on the center.
53.5.
So now we will take this, drop this off at the draft shaft shop, have them cut and weld it and balance it.
This car does not have a shifter. So I'm putting one in and I'm taking advantage of the fact that the car's in the air right now so that I can put the cable mount on the transmission.
Well, it's bone dry, which I'm not surprised. So now I just want to put some fuel in it to flush if there's any rust in there, which I know there is. I got the fuel line disconnected from the tank back here, and I'm certain it's got to have something in the line because it's been open up front for 30 years. So I'm going to blow some air through it. We've put some brake clean in there, and hopefully any trash that's in there comes out.
Oh, he's right here. Oh yeah, watch, I'll clog it. So that's clogged, do it again. Oh yeah, dirt's coming out, dude. Do it again.
I feel good about it. We'll have 3 filters. Our master cylinder has came in. It looks to be the correct one. We're about to find out. I'm gonna hook up the brake line, and then once I put fluid in it, we'll try and gravity bleed these fronts just to see what happens. That'll tell us if the rubber portion of the brake lines are okay, which I'm assuming they're probably not.
Thanks for giving me a job, Nudes.
Of course. All right, hold it.
Holding.
Good news, 3 out of the 4 wheel cylinders are actually functioning, but we are getting air out of 3 of the 4. Look what I got.
Headers.
That's right. I can't say what they are, but just say tubes of the night.
Stole my joke. Keep going.
I feel good about it.
That's a lot of poop.
Whoa.
It's not fresh.
So we went to the parts store to search for a brake line, and they had the rear. It looks very similar to the front, so I'm going to try and put it on the front. There you go. The rear brake line on the front. Works perfect. Pump, pump, pump it up.
Pump it up.
All right, hold it. Whoa!
Dang.
All right, good sign. All right, pump it up. How's it feel?
Feels like it would stop a car.
We're officially done with the brakes. All 4 corners are working right now, today. We'll check back tomorrow.
Where are we at? It looks like it wants to run.
Brakes are functional, headers are on, the wiring's done, fuel line is done. Only thing that's left is the throttle pedal.
Why not make that factory connection point connect to our Holley carburetor with the only thing I have laying around, which is brake line.
I love it.
Hey, Em, why don't you try that gas pedal for us?
Does it work?
Oh, yeah.
It works great. It's wide open. It's wide open.
Perfect.
All right, it is time to put the wheels on the 57, and these may look familiar, what it was rolling on. These are off the vet cart when we took it rally racing. These are just to roll the car around because it didn't have any wheels and tires on it when I bought it. So we're gonna ditch these and install a set of Rocket Racing wheels. These are 15x4s on the front. The backs are 15x7s, I believe. I guessed on the back spacing. Rear tires are a BFG 255/70/15. Front tires are a Mickey Thompson Sportsman, you know, a little skinny. I like the pattern, that's why I went with these. They look kind of old school, nostalgic. So right now we're gonna mount them. Oh boy.
Don't worry.
Oh God.
Don't worry. That's one. Oh yeah.
All right, so having trouble seating the tire on the bead of the rim, and we're gonna use the old trick, starting fluid, spray some in there, running up the sidewall. Aaron's gonna light it. Hopefully it explodes and seals and all is well. You know, it could go bad. That's why we're outside.
I see hoses, I see wires, I see an engine. Newburn's laying on the floor.
I'm ready. Okay.
And give it a little air. Just a little. There we go. It's alive. And we have oil pressure.
Give me some timing.
Don't run it too long because there's no drive shaft. That pickup might be clogged. Like, it probably worked for a little bit, and then it sucked whatever trash or the sock up in there, and now we're getting no fuel.
So let's call it a successful day.
All right, let it be known that on day 2, Flying Sparks Garage and the Roadkill crew have made this car run again. And on day 3, it's gonna move out of here.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed.
That 307 sounds rowdy.
It does. Let's go drink. Well, it's day 3. The build's going good. Day 2, we got a lot of work done, and it culminated with a pretty severe fuel delivery issue. And when we got into the shop this morning, I think we found the source of that fuel delivery issue because it's right there on the floor. We're guessing that the factory hardline somewhere between here and there has got a hole in it, which is why this thing didn't want to draw fuel out of the tank. So today we began with putting the car up in the air, cleaning the fuel leak up, and opening the doors, letting all the air conditioning out of the shop so that we don't suffocate. One spark and we might actually lose the shop. It is very rusty right there. Let's just run a rubber fuel line from the front of the car all the way to the back of the car and bypass all the rusty fuel line that's in here.
Perfect.
This is the wrong way to do this. You don't want to run this much rubber line from front to back in your automobile, but in the roadkill world, it is the most efficient way. New fuel line's in. We're gonna try to fire it again because we really never heard it run great. We're either out of gas or the pickup is also clogged. It's not picking up any fuel. So either there's nothing left in the tank because it leaked out on the floor, or maybe the sock at the bottom of the pickup is just clogged or something.
The tank's probably full of rust anyway.
Probably full of rust. I mean, the fuel line was rusted out, so.
Does it have any cracks in it?
It's got stuff in it.
It's probably water. That should work.
Well, look at that. While Newbern and I were out at the hardware store getting metal to patch the floors and bolts to make sure the doors don't fall off, Emily and Aaron found the perfect fuel cell for this car. I believe it looks like it's numbers matching and has virtually the same patina as the body of our hot rod.
That's right.
Yeah, I almost washed it, but then I remembered who it was for, and I was
don't
like,
do that.
no,
Don't do that.
it can't be clean.
All right, so a couple of ratchet straps, run a hose from there to there, barb fitting, and we can once again try to start the car.
I'm gonna put the drive shaft in.
All right.
Sweet. Man, look how pretty it is. So we know it's gonna be good.
Boom.
All right, so Aaron and I are putting the front bumper on. I had to borrow Aaron's off of his car. And then once we get this part done, we can put the grill in it. So what's left? You got the floor pans done, seat, shifter, steering. The factory steering shaft on a Tri-5 is all one piece. And it's got a column that slides around it with bearings to support it. Well, I'm missing half of it. So what we're gonna do is gonna cut the shaft down here, install like an aftermarket deal, not where it's supposed to be, but we're just gonna make it work. You know, it'll get us to Big Spring, Texas. Get that off me.
Oh, sorry. You get that Satan stick out of my face. I hope we don't need any of the wires that are in behind this dash, because I'm bumping into all of them.
It looks rad.
The seat's in, steering's done, brakes are done. I just got like a little B&M shifter, little 3-speed deal. It's gonna mount right there in the floor. It's cool looking. It fits kind of the era of the 60s and 70s hot rods. We're gonna cut a hole in the floor. Are those bolts long enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dudes, we've done so much work in the last 3 days. I'm fired up. If it will go through the gears and has fuel pressure and sounds decent, I say we just mosey on out there. See what happens.
With you. Let's do it.
Filter's still dry.
Let's bottle feed it a little bit.
Okay, here we go.
There's still no fuel.
Why did it die as soon as I put it in reverse?
Yeah.
It's probably the brakes, just being so tight.
We're having this weird problem right now where when he puts it in gear, the motor shuts off. I know what it is. We were retarding it, and we thought we were advancing it. So when you go and put it in gear, it wouldn't take the load, and it wouldn't run. And
So right now, we're having problems timing this thing. It's acting really funny. When you put it in gear, it dies immediately. So we're gonna pull up top dead center again and make sure the rotor is, in fact, pointed at the #1 cylinder.
Again, intake valve is opening. Again, intake valve is closing. The truth is, the old finger in the hole trick is sort of accurate, but not exactly accurate. And we are seriously questioning that we're timing this motor off the mark on the balancer that is actually at top dead center. So what we're gonna do now is shove this coat hanger in the cylinder, put it on top of the piston, and as the engine is rotated and the piston comes all the way up, we're gonna have a visual mark to show us, hey, it's at top dead center, and then we're gonna look at the balancer and go, are we actually pointing the timing light at the correct mark, and is that distributor rotor pointed at the right cylinder? I don't think it is, but we're gonna check that out right now. Okay, hold it. So now the piston's dwelling, and the rotor is pointed way over there. Our timing mark has disappeared, but look, real faint. Right there on the balancer is another timing mark. This is the one we need to be timing off of, and we need to take the distributor out, rotate it, put it back in, point that there, and put the plug wires back on where they need to go, and everything should be good after that. Go past it a little bit. There you go. Hold it down.
Let's bump. Okay.
Okay.
So we're trying another carburetor right now. This come off their truck called Garfield. It's off in 65 C20 or C30?
69. C20.
The engine came out of a 69 C10, so should make a pretty good combo there now.
It's practically numbers matching.
That's right.
Now it's a race car.
That's right.
Is it in gear? Foot on the brake. Okay, let off. Foot on the brake. That's weird, dude. All right, cut it off.
All right, it revs better, sounds better, but we still have this issue where when you put the trans in gear and step on the brakes, the engine slows way down and wants to die. Uber's pissed. It is day 4 of the build. We technically should be on the road and we're not, and that's because we now need to pull our transmission out and replace the converter that we think might be a problem. The converter seems to be constantly coupled to the engine, so you drop the trans in drive and the engine stalls. So first things first, drive shaft out, trans down, change the converter. That solves the problem. Put the windshield in, hit the road.
Keep going.
One more.
Have to lower it down.
Going down with it.
Keep on coming.
Okay. Making a beautiful mess. Yes. Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This all it
Oh boy. Okay.
Just pull the trans back so I can flatten this thing out. Thank you.
People at home are just watching this show, just shaking their heads.
While we have the converter out, I went ahead and got a new TCI flex plate to put in here. And once we get this in here, I'll check the engagement from the starter and make sure that's good, because it was like a 50-50 chance whether this thing would turn over or not. So we're going to fix it right now. This is our old torque converter. This was in that turbo 350 behind a 406, and I don't know what stall speed it is. This is a new one from B&M. It's a 3200 stall. It should work in theory, but we're about to find out. There you go. She's in. Like that.
Okay, we need a drive shaft, and then we need a test drive.
3, 2, 1. Nice. Time to go down to Funky Town, or the street to break down.
This would be carburetor number 3. This is a quick fuel, vacuum secondary, 650 CFM carburetor. It is a 4150 style carb with cathedral bowls. We're hoping it just runs and works, and with our new converter, the car doesn't stall anymore. I see fuel in the filter. I see fuel.
Oh, it's coming up. All right, all right, all right.
Fuel in the bowls, go ahead.
All right, ready?
Yeah, man. Aww. It is fixed, dude.
It's freaking fixed.
It sounds pretty good, too. Let's roll.
That is sporty. It's moving. It's moving. Good. Sounds good. Second gear. All right, our brakes are leaking, and it's probably the 30 or 40-year-old wheel cylinders for the drum brakes that need replacing. Second gear. There's no third gear. We got 2 gears. Hey, pull over here. Check the fluid level. Okay. Well, our first test drive went really good. As long as you have zero interest in a transmission that'll shift to the 3rd gear or brakes that fully function. It's maybe a half a quart low. I don't think that's enough to stop it from shifting. The trans not going into 3rd gear is an issue because we're not driving on the highway with it like that. Well, let's go back to Emily and Aaron's because the brakes need fixing too. Not a bad test drive for 40 years sitting in the dirt. That's weird. Now we got 3rd gear.
Yeah.
All right. So So then fix the brakes.
Yeah.
One less problem.
There it is.
So we're trying to get out of here, and it's kind of late at night. The car is so damn loud, we cannot hear each other at all. So I'm gonna add some pipe here. We're gonna try and hang some mufflers under here at least so we can have some decent conversation while we're driving.
So we just spent all night crafting an exhaust system from dryer ducting, hose clamps, and an aluminized exhaust tubing, and 2 mufflers off of an Australian Holden Monaro. Let's see how it sounds. Oh, much better. Much better. Success.
It sounds quite good.
It's got a little rumble.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Tomorrow we road trip. Let's go.
It's way quieter. That sounds good.
Yeah? Nice work, everybody. It is day 5. After our long night of building a makeshift exhaust, I believe it's finally time to go, and I expect 0 issues for the rest of this trip.
Nothing. We're good.
Let's go to Dickie's. Let's go. All right, I have a seat belt. I got a ratchet strap holding the battery, a ratchet strap holding the fuel cell, coat hangers holding up the exhaust, a motor we don't know anything about. Let's drive 350 miles. And here we go. Getting on the highway for the first time in 40 years. Hello, Paul. All right, that is 53 miles an hour.
This thing rides good.
Yeah, man. You can't beat American craftsmanship from the 50s. Look at how solid this is, you know?
Yeah. Oil pressure is good. The volts are good. Water temperature is great.
So we're driving down the road, and it just starts running really bad. It won't take throttle. Feels like it's starving for fuel. And I just looked at the fuel filter, and there's definitely trash inside of it. So maybe it's as simple as putting a new filter in it, and we keep on trucking. I tell you today, it's Newbern's birthday. Happy birthday.
The big 26.
She's completely restored now.
Oh, man.
Let's go for a ride.
It was dirty.
Yeah. Pretty sure that was just a clogged fuel filter, which we just changed in the parking lot. Seems back to normal, right?
Yeah.
Engine's running, doors flopping. Let's go. We've got another 300 miles to go today. Fuel filter? Let's see, at that rate, we'll need a fuel filter about every 40 miles. Yeah, shady spot. Guess it wasn't the filter.
So what I have noticed is when it goes under a load, it's when it starts to spit and pop. So if I had to guess, it's probably the coil.
Yep, or the module. Start taking it apart.
That's right. I got a lot of experience with these things.
So for now, we changed the coil. And if that doesn't work, we will change the module because those tend to fail also, so.
That's hot.
All our problems about to be solved. Huh.
Good shot.
Fell right on there. Woohoo!
Try and fire it up.
Ignition.
Hold on. Okay, it's definitely not fuel. Let's put a module in it.
All right, well, obviously the coil didn't fix it, so now we're gonna undo everything we just did, remove the coil, remove the cap, remove the rotor, and underneath the rotor is an electronic ignition module. This is a high energy ignition distributor. The coil, the ignition controller, everything's built into it, no external boxes, and those things die all the time from like vibration and stuff, so. I'm gonna go with everything we did added some sort of positive measure of success. And then it just decided, you know what? These boys have worked hard enough. It's 90 degrees out. Let's just clear up and run. See? Look at that.
Yeah, sounds better.
Right? Seems legit now. But for how long?
We died.
Oh, that was brief. All right, well, let's put a fuel pump in it. Yeah, I don't think there's much fuel in that filter, and it's just kind of spurting into it. Yeah, it's not pumping, man. So far, everything we've tried has not worked. Now we're putting a fuel pump in it. This pump is different than our old one, and now our fuel line won't connect to it because that is not the same thread as that. Now we need to go to the parts store again. Happy birthday. So we went to the auto parts store, found the fitting for a fuel pump. We also bought an electric fuel pump just in case this gives us problems. The issue we have now is the fuel pump push rod has slid down inside the engine block and is now laying up against the side of the block. It should be pushing here. The rod is down here. So this can't go in to cover up the hole and allow us to install an electric fuel pump and bypass all this. Can you give me another screwdriver? I just pried it up. All right, good news. I got the fuel pump push rod to go back up in the engine block and it feels nice and smooth. So now New Bern is gonna attempt to just fill that cavity with silicone. And
it's so damn hot, this doesn't do anything.
All right.
We're giving up. The motor is so scorching hot, it won't stay up in there. We've tried everything. We're gonna cut the arm off the old fuel pump, bolt it back up there as like a fuel block-off plate because we couldn't find one at the parts store, and we've got an electric pump, we're gonna put that back on there, so.
The push rod will be off the cam lobe.
Yeah.
No danger there. And we'll be able to get the pump on there, cover up the hole so we don't have an oil leak. Electric fuel pump that we know, well, we assume should work, and we're out of here. This is a decent solution. We don't have any power tools, but we do have a fence and adjustable wrench. I just need to figure out the right way to place this in here. What I'm trying to do is break off the pump rod. Once that's out of the way, we can bolt this to the block, and it doesn't matter that the push rod is dropped down here and is in our way.
All right, well, Finnegan is trying to block off our original fuel pump. I'm gonna put this little inline deal right up front, which is not ideal. You want it as close to the tank as possible. I'm gonna wire it into my headlights and pray that we get there before dark.
Boom. I think we're good. I think she's sufficiently mangled.
All right, I got the rest.
Fuel pump?
Flow this way. I got the hose ready down here.
That's all that stands between us and the open road, but connecting two wires, power and ground. We're gonna steal it from the headlights. All right, why don't you hit the button? We'll see if fuel goes in that thing.
Okay.
Oh, better. All right, on the road again. What, it shut off? What?
Dead.
It's gotta be electrical.
I don't get it. We changed the fuel. It ran great for a second. Driving up the road, shuts off. Like we've turned the ignition switch off. So now we are going to bypass this fuse panel down here, go straight from the HEI distributor straight to the battery, and, you know, see what happens at this point.
If this doesn't do it, I'm taking the distributor out of this thing.
Let's go one more mile. All right, let's put the distributor in.
All right, let's put the distributor in. Under the bridge, under the bridge.
I'm gone.
Well, our goal of 1 mile might have been a little overly optimistic. We made it about 300 feet. That distributor is probably junk. And either the pickup's gone bad or something's happening, but we're gonna replace it right here, right now. And hope that solves our problem.
Because at this point, I think Newbern's ready to push this car off a cliff.
I'm taking it back where it belongs.
Just throw that thing as far as you can.
So this is an off-the-counter HEI distributor. It's a little better than stock.
It's for their Street Fire lineup.
Yes.
It's definitely better than stock. Ready to bump it?
Oh. Okay.
That's the best it's sounded. No more hesitation. Well, except for that little one.
Yeah.
Dude, so much smoother now. Sounds great. Was that you? No, really? You've got to be kidding me.
What is wrong with this?
There's literally nothing left. We have voltage, we have, and it just shut. Wow. Now there's no fuel in the filter again. Do we have one problem? Do we have two problems? I have no freaking idea. I'm just trying to get this man to a steak dinner for his birthday, and this car does not want that to happen. Rev it up.
It won't take it.
I don't think there's any fuel in it.
I'm a little confused at this point. So the factory tank in this car had some rust in it. We were having trouble getting fuel to the motor. So we put a used fuel cell that Emily and Aaron had in the trunk of it and ran fuel out of it. Now we think the pickup in that tank is no good, so we're going back to the original tank because the fuel pump was probably the problem the whole time. I think we're gonna be okay.
3 hours later.
I'm just kidding.
Happy birthday, you son of a... It drives good. It rides good. Like, we didn't touch the suspension. We didn't align it.
No.
Just floats down the road.
That's good.
Emergency alert. National Weather Service. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for this area until 7:45 tonight.
We're going right into it. We're gonna be storm chasers.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, today went about as well as you'd expect, which means it was incredible. We managed to get the car over 200 miles down Texas highways. Of course, broke down a bunch because old car, and we're really not very good at this. But in the end, we did figure out all of our problems. We fixed them. And now we are just 75 or 80 miles away from Dickie's spot where the car came from and where we intend to go back and pick up more parts to make this a more complete hot rod. We'll do that tomorrow. Last day of the trip. The factory gas tank is now clogging the fuel filter, much like the used fuel cell was clogging the fuel filter. We're not gonna switch back. What we are gonna do is change the filters. And just so you know, or in case you were worried that, we went too far on this one, that we spent all the money, bought all the parts, and, polished this turd too much, trust me, we didn't. We haven't restored it at all. That's numbers matching rust. Still present. We didn't get rid of it. I think she's fixed.
Ish.
Let's go to Dickie's.
Let's go.
We're gonna make it. If nothing goes wrong, we should be able to get there without stopping for fuel again. Come on, car. We can do this.
think about this. This is where this car came from. It probably crossed this bridge or drove down this road at one point in its life.
Think of this, dude. This car sat around in Dickie's yard for 4 decades, and thanks to Aaron and Emily, we're here. We just drove it 350 miles through the Texas desert. Don't die now, we're almost there.
I see it.
I see it. I recognize this. That's right where your hardtop was parked.
Oh, dude. Wow. That's one of his cars.
Wow. Dickie restored all these for himself.
I know.
We made it! Woo!
This is my happy place. This is where it all started. Early last year, I passed by this place on the interstate and saw this yard. I stopped, gave Dickie a call, ended up buying a hardtop that was sitting right here in this spot. That's where it all began. And we always kept in touch, and unfortunately, earlier this year, he passed away, and his wife, Linda, gave me the opportunity to come back in here and pick through some more cars to save. And so I did. I bought 4 more from here, and one of which we just drove right back to this very spot. I cannot wait to get back in there and look around.
I'm stoked for Newbern. He is so fired up, feeding for a hit of more Tri-5 stuff.
Like, I guarantee you open that, there's parts filled in there.
Or chupacabra.
Steering columns and trim.
No chupacabra.
Let's save them.
The mother load, dude.
Look at these tires. They're like new. They have the little pricklies on them. Look, Goodyears. Look at that. That is so cool.
The sheds are the key. That's where he's hiding all the good stuff. Here's the thing. 40 years from now, when this world has really gone mad, and every junkyard from California to New York City is littered with hybrid cars, no one's gonna be going in there and saying, ooh, look at that plastic wheel simulator, and oh man, I can't wait to get that plastic dashboard for my Toyota Prius. It's just not gonna happen. But classics, like these 57 Chevys, are still out there. They're in barns and bushes and basements, and the parts to bring these cars back to life are everywhere. You just need your friends, some tools, a little bit of money and some time, and you can restore and revive automotive history, put it on the highway, and that's the kind of recycling that this planet needs. Thanks for watching Roadkill.
All right, so we're here with Linda. This is Dickie's wife, and if you'll notice, there's pictures and memorabilia all around the shop.
For years, he built out of that garage. Like to give David a little memento for honoring Dickie. My granddaughter, Tabitha, made this for a birthday present. And thank you for honoring him in all the ways you have.
That is so awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's got my receipt for the hardtop I bought in there. Oh my God.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. That is so cool.